as you get older, you just ditch certain things as you get older, and it's a pleasure to do, right? I mean, for example, right, religion is a very good example. I wouldn't be a very spiritual man, right? I don't believe in God, right? Still Catholic. Because there's nothing you can do when you're Catholic. Once you've started Catholic, frankly, there's no real way to stop being Catholic. Even not believing in God isn't regarded as sufficient reason to get out of the Catholic Church. You'd think it'd be fairly fundamental to the whole thing, but no, Catholicism, the stickiest, most adhesive religion in the world. There's no website you can deregister online. You can't put up your membership card in front of a priest and go, feck you, I'm out of here, and walk away. You could join the Taliban. You'd merely be regarded as a bad Catholic. I'm presuming a large chunk of you probably were raised Protestant. Give me a cheer if you had any Protestant upbringing at all. A fair few of you, right? Now, when you do the wafer thing, right, and take the hooks or whatever thing, it represents the body of Christ. It's a metaphor, it's a symbol of the body of Christ. Oh, not when you're Catholic. When you're Catholic, it actually is the body of Christ. You're supposed to actually believe that it turns into the flesh of Christ in your mouth. Nobody fully explained this to me as a child. I would have spotted the flaw relatively quickly in that. Right? I would have gone, hang on, I might be 8, but I've eaten enough burgers, chicken McNuggets, right? Fish fingers and rashers to know there is no animal flesh in the world that jams itself to the roof of your mouth and hoovers all of the moisture out of your body until you're looking at your mother going, can I take it down with my finger? It's stuck in the roof of my mouth. And she's going, do not take it down with your finger. It's the body of Christ. Leave it where it is. You're making a show of me in the church. You're desiccating me from the inside out. Desiccating, by the way.
Very open and very honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
What are the lessons that you learned?
The truth doesn't hurt. Whatever it is, it doesn't hurt. It's better to know the truth. I remember my mum only lied to me about one thing. She said there was a God. And but that's because when you're a working class mum, Jesus is like an unpaid babysitter. Do you know what I mean? It's just sort of like, she wants you to be good. You know, the best of working class mum where I grew up she wasn't hoping I'd be a doctor or a lawyer. She hoped I wouldn't be stabbed to death in a barroom fight, you know. So the best thing to do is, well, if he's God-fearing, then he'd be good. It's a good rule of thumb because, you know, I went to Sunday school from about the age of 4 till 8. There was just great teachings of Jesus. I loved Jesus. He was my superhero. He really was. God was magic, right? But Jesus was just a man. And what I loved about Jesus was he was kind. And he was brave, and I thought he was amazing. And I thought he was brilliant, like, just a brilliant guy, you know. So I was about 8, and my brother must have been 19. He came in once, and I was doing something from the Bible, and I said, what are you doing? I said, oh, drawing Jesus. And he went, who was Jesus? I said, well, he was the Son of God. He went, why do you believe in God? Right? And my mum went, Bob, shut up. And I knew she had something to hide. And he was telling the truth. And I knew from body language. And then I worked it out, and I was an atheist in an hour.
In an hour?
Yeah. It's true. I wish there was a God. I wish there was. It'd be great. What I've heard, he's brilliant, you know. But, you can't believe in something you don't. Also, if there is a God, why did he make me an atheist? That was his first mistake. Well, the talking snake was his first mistake, but...
And you are an atheist?
I am, yeah.
And what do you think of the fact that it seems to be a movement that's gaining credibility as of late?
I think it's about fucking time.
People do seem to be coming out of the closet about that in a way they didn't before my movie came out.
Yeah, well, you know, hopefully that had something to do with it. But, you know, I think you also...
I just think it is in general a movie. I mean, it's books, it's movies, it's just about time.
Well, you saw people who have had 8 years of basically being told nothing other than love Jesus and you'll be fine, 9/11 and Jesus. And I think they're finally starting to come out of that and realizing, wait a minute, maybe if he's wrong about this, maybe this is in fact fundamentally wrong. I think there's still a long way to go. I think it's overly optimistic to think that it's gaining popularity with any kind of speed. But
well, it was on the front page of the New York Times this week. In a number of places around the country that you might not think it would be happening, when they put up a billboard that says, atheists, please call. There was no complaints. There was just people saying, hey, I want to join.
Yeah, in 200 years, I think maybe we'll be there.
Yeah, I agree. It's not going to happen tomorrow.